All right, testing 1 2 3 1 2 3. I think we are good to go. Let me move my water so Loki does not knock it over. Excuse me. And so, hey everyone. I hope you guys all had a fantastic weekend so far. Today, of course, Bitcoin has not been performing so well, but that's what we're going to be talking about. Loki's over here wanting a free treat. We're going to give him a treat because he's so nice today. Although he ate my freaking hat, and I'm very irritated about that. It's my father hat I got. Yeah, you can wait a couple seconds. He ate my hat. Or shredded the hat. He didn't eat the hat. Alright, there you go. Yeah, Sure. Yeah. Alright. Anyway, hope you guys are all having a good day. Hey Wilder, happy to see you guys. A lot of stuff going on in here today. Really, we're going to be talking about some of the news coming out for the next few days, some of the economic data coming out. There's also like geopolitical stuff. There's strikes going on. There's just a whole bunch of stuff going on. That being said, Bitcoin is on the verge of turning bearish, and I know today's been a bad day. Currently, I'm looking at Bitcoin being about 3.5% down, or about $2,200 down. There is a reason. When we last talked on Friday, we had talked about, hey, scaling some out in case we do have a drop, and today the drop came. It was not that pretty, and while Bitcoin might have only come down, 3.5%, 3%, you are seeing altcoins down, a lot of them down about 8, 9, 10% right now. So hopefully you guys were able to lock in some of those gains. And so we'll be talking about that a little more. And hey, OP Mary Productions, yo, what did I miss? You have not missed anything. We just got started. I literally just turned my TV down and it messed up my light again. I'm kind of hoping that if I keep on pushing the button, you can kind of see like the flash right there. I'm hoping the light will turn bright. I don't know why this light turns bright. It's turning like darker, I feel like. You guys can see the difference in my facial tones, I'm sure. Yeah, see now it just looks, oh, hold on a second here, guys. Hold on. Let me hide my face very fast. Hold on. Give me 10 seconds. All right, we're back. See how much brighter I am? Yeah, that light turns off so much just because I decide to turn down the thing. See, but now I got to turn it up because there's no music behind me now. I think that's good. I won't mess with it anymore. Yeah, I don't know why, but yeah, that light turns off a little bit the more I press the volume button. No other button on my TV, just the volume button. And hey, the Dolphin Digital K, hope you guys are all having a good day here. Haram and Sin. All right, let's get after this today. Loki's trying to already get another treat, but he doesn't get another treat right now. I would say right now that the weekly chart is probably one of the most important here. I would say that, really, guys, this 20-week moving average, we've been here before. I know I told you guys in the membership video earlier today, when we get into this, there's going to be a lot of volatility. This week is all about holding that 20-week moving average, because if we fail to, we are most likely heading back down here below 60,000, probably back into like the $57,000 to $59,000 range. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out this weekend, but we are on the verge of turning bullish for the first time in a long time here, which I am hoping for. We haven't been bullish since basically way back over here in October of 2023, so, almost a year, was the last time we actually turned from bearish to bullish on the MACD. Now, that being said, we already know that we're still almost there. Everything else is kind of working out in our favor. The daily chart is kind of interesting because you can see the stochastic has been kind of losing momentum for the last few days here. We had still been going strong, but it was just losing momentum. RSI finally turned bearish yesterday, so that's like yesterday's day candle, basically like 5 minutes ago. We just had a new day candle. We've fallen down yesterday. MACD is still bullish right now, but it's on the verge of being bearish. Typically, if we follow the pattern, and the pattern worked very well for us over here, especially if you swing trade, if we do turn bearish today or tomorrow, especially with that 20-week moving average there, we should get pushed down quite a bit. And you're honestly going to see a lot of people taking up shorts right now to try to have that move played out. I'm a little bit more skeptical because we did make a new high here, or not a new high, but we broke this lower high cycle for the last few weeks. We had the breakout. I'm a little bit skeptical about how far we really will go down, But I do think at this moment in time, you're probably going to see people try to do a lot more shorts unless there's some type of inorganic type of pump right here. And so if you guys are looking for some type of bullish action, the 4-hour chart is definitely going to be the place to go. You can see it's been kind of back and forth over the past few days. Back over here, not really much was happening. But now we have the daily chart turning bearish on us as well, at maybe tomorrow again. And that could really force us down. So as far as I'm concerned, I told you guys this again at the members video. I'm pretty much been stopped out of all of my positions that were not swing trades. All of my day trades and stuff, I'm out. I made some good profit on them. I even opened up a short last night for Shiba Inu, and that printed me some good money. But right now, like, let's take a look at the swing trades that we've been talking about, because I am going to be holding those for a while. And maybe we can do some shorts and stuff like that, but we'll talk about that. So Bitcoin, since we bought, is up around, we were up like 1,000%. Now it's only up around 40%. I didn't really sell it to do anything. I've just been kind of holding on to it to see what I could do. I'm going to sell it right now because I have no reason to continue holding on to it. It was just kind of fun. We'll walk away with our measly 50% profit. Flash close is what I want. RLC, this was up a couple $100. This is a swing trade here, so I'm not selling it, but it was up quite a bit. I'll actually show you this with RLC here. There we go. This is the daily chart. Bought it. It pumped up a little bit. Now it's come all the way back down. We are losing money on this trade, but I'm going to hold on to it for now and see where it goes. Worst case scenario, maybe have a stop loss down here at 157 or something. I did allocate quite a bit of money to this, so you can see it's like 13%, but also down like $139. So I'll see how that turns out. Ethereum down about 8%. Again, it's basically down about 1% with its next leverage. Sundog here, I'm still holding on to this one. It's a very small amount of money overall, but still watching it closely. The other swing trade here is Matic. I'm just gonna call it Matic. I'm not gonna call it Paul, whatever it is. This is its next leverage, and it's basically unshut this so far. So we were on Front Street for a little bit. Now we're on Negative Street. I think overall all these positions were down about $270. It's not bad when you consider how much money we made over the past couple weeks, but again, right now these swing trades are bearish, and they can get a lot more bearish here because they can fall down all the way back down to some of these old support lines here. Right, when they hit those support lines, I'm looking to try to buy into that. I want to see a bounce. I don't want to see it. I'm not going to buy on the very tip right there. I'm going to wait for a bounce to show itself. Then I'll buy, because then I'm more confident about that type of stuff. And then as far as the other ones, did I not have that open? I thought I had it open, but let me open it here very fast for you guys. There you go. Or maybe I should turn on the volume. See. There you go. All right, now as far as these trades are concerned, we sold off our Bitcoin trade a while ago. Floki is currently up around 33%. Arbitrum is down 31%. Ethereum is down 51% with a 15x leverage. Hook is down 148%, down $64. Not crazy. WIF is up 141%. WIF has oddly enough been one of those tokens that has actually gone up since we bought it, with the way the market's moved today. I expect it to probably turn over, but at least for now, it's good. And then World Token is up 145%. I told you guys I already scaled out of this a while ago. I still have a small position left in to kind of let it ride. But I scaled out of this one, to be honest with you guys. 1343, 1925. So 13. Let's go to maybe the 1 hour chart. 1343. Let's see. Within these couple hours up here. So far, I think that was a good call to be scaling out there. But these swing trades, we're going to have to watch them a little bit more closely. I'm going to leave this trade open for just a little bit longer to see if we can get some type of hype from this, maybe with the AI trade or something like that. And these positions are up around $47 right now. So we actually have some, overall, we're up on this account. The other one is not doing so hot. But again, swing trades are swing trades. Now, as far as what's happening over the next few minutes, go over here to not the 15, but the hourly chart. Hourly chart is trying to show some strength here. It has not been the best so far, I'll be honest. You can see we've had some slight moves. It really hasn't saved us from anything. But if we stay here just a little bit longer, we will start to see a little bit of relief for the 4-hour chart, which I think is what people are looking to buy into because, as we talked about at the beginning of the stream, what are we trying to bounce off right now? That would be the 20-week moving average here. And so far, I think we are bouncing off of it. I would have a 20-week moving average placed on your chart if you guys are day trading, because when we get close to that level, it's worth trying to play those bounces, especially for you guys that want to trade for just a couple hours. 50x leverage type of high gambler type of guys. What's the word for that? High risk type of people, you can definitely do a play like that. Now, as far as everything else is concerned, I'm just going to hit auto here. Ethereum coming back down, still overall moving fine. Weekly chart still not bullish, just like Bitcoin here. I don't really care too much about whether this gets bullish in the weekly chart. I just kind of care what happens to Bitcoin, to be frank. But golden cross coming here, an opportunity to go higher. Waiting, watching slowly. Watching closely. Solana got rejected from resistance levels, nothing crazy there. Dogecoin had a crazy move. This was absolutely beautiful for those of you guys that caught it. I think we've been talking about this in the weekly chart because of how this breakout was looming here, right? Boom. We did end up closing above some of these moving averages, and we were expecting volatility, but I was kind of hoping it might hold. It did not hold at all. Now, one last thing here with Dogecoin now. That resistance level up here of 13 cents, that was hard. We had a great pump. It's pretty much over right now. I'm just going to chill out and keep my Dogecoin and keep on watching what happens next. As far as everything else, I'm just going to do a little bit of a rapid replay here. WIF right now, still going strong. Bonk, breakout right there. I'm hoping it can go stronger. Bonk is technically at resistance, and you can see that it got rejected from it. But it can go up a little bit higher here, to get more into the meat of the order block. Miro, a lot of other stuff here, baby Doge coins, STMX, you're seeing a lot of stuff get rejected today, but they ultimately had good moves, and hopefully that momentum switches things along. That's kind of what I'm hoping for with a lot of these altcoins, and why I'm telling you guys I'm not selling any of those longs that I had. I'm looking to hold on to them for at least 2 more weeks, and then we'll see where they kind of end up. I think today we'll buy maybe another $500 worth of assets and kind of have like maybe 5x longs, 10x longs to them, and just kind of see where it goes over the next couple of weeks. Because again, momentum is shifting. Pepe, momentum is shifting back up here. We see the breakout as well. We're seeing some of those positive signs, and although we are, retracing back down to certain levels of support, whether it be this Fibonacci level or just like Bitcoin, the 20-week moving average, that momentum is shifting. That's a very good thing for us. Now, as far as today, though, Bitcoin's not having it. Bitcoin's not having it. There we go. And that's basically what it looks like on the 15-minute chart. It's not so drastic. It's just that, we're no longer flying high. Bitcoin, that's not Bitcoin. There you go. There you go. We're no longer flying high here, so we basically come back down to the levels we were back last Wednesday, So I'm not too concerned. It's more about, can we hold this support level? Because if we don't, this is where I get much more concerned that we're coming all the way back down here to like the $57,000, $56,000 level. And that's probably the next time I would buy if we're not able to hold right here. Let me go back over to the 1-minute chart, or excuse me, the 1-hour chart. There you go. And you can see Bitcoin still getting pushed down bit by bit. As far as the big plays right now, Bonk is up, Tau is up, FTM is up, and there's not really much else up right now, unfortunately. Flip it around a little bit, though. WorldCoin is down 9%. It had a really good rally, as you guys know. Mina is down 8, Jasmine is down 8, Python's down 8, AXS is down 8, Core is down 8, Dotcoin's down 8. You can see there's a pretty big negative reaction by the altcoins here, by Bitcoin coming down. Again, but the last 30 days, we've seen some really good gains. So I'm still going to latch onto those and be like, hey, we made good money. Let's see where this goes. There's only a few tokens like EGLD that have had a bad post 30 days, right? Look at them. Good. Matic had a bad 30 days. Other Matic. Flare. Mostly everything is green here. That's the way it should be here. And that kind of shows you, hey, if you just kind of hold on a little bit, usually it works out. I'm not saying you have to hold on with leverage because that's going to be a little bit more risky, but, I am, but I can kind of, have that risk. All right, we're going to watch this 15-minute chart as Bitcoin tries to come down just a little bit more. And hey, Kilo, I appreciate it, man. I did have a great birthday. Went out and got myself a seafood bowl with my grandparents. It had some amazing andouille sausage. I actually had to take it home to eat, and I had it for the rest of it for lunch today. Yeah, the rest of it to lunch today. It was like crawfish. It was a pound of crawfish, a pound of andouille sausage, a pound of mussels, and I think another pound of some other type of meat. It was really, really good. Obviously, I couldn't eat it all. And I got some sweet potato fries. They gave me some free ice cream and a little chocolate syrup thing on it. They gave me a hat that lights up. I should have wore the hat. I'll wear it another day. But yeah, it's a hat that lights up. It was pretty fun. It was a really good time. It was a really good place. I was surprised how good the place was. I had never been there before. It was absolutely fantastic. So I found a new place for me to get my seafood stuff. It's like affordable. The seafood doesn't smell fishy, so you know it's good fresh. And man, the drinks were good. It was like $8 pina colada with a tall glass. I was like, shit, yeah, let's go here. Yeah, that's my new spot. And hey, J-Mark, happy to see you. Oh, sorry, guys. I don't know. I gave Loki a hug or something like that. And I feel like there's like dog hair around me. And my glasses are freaking horrible. That's what I get for smoking a cigar last night with glasses on. Ugh. But I don't want to be blind, of course. There we are. Do you think we can hold that 20-week moving average? As far as I'm concerned right now, we'll know by the end of today. Honestly, like today's daily candle. Because we're kind of heading into that negative MACD range, I'm going to say no. I really wish, like, I want to be bullish on it. Like, I'm not making trades off of this right now because I don't even know what's happening. As far as like, oh, I should be really aggressive here. No. Let's not mess with this chart here. Let's go over to the clean chart. And let me just add moving average simple. And for now, we're just going to do the 20. There we go. All right, so here's the 20-week moving average on Bitcoin's chart. All right. We can see that we're barely holding on right now. Go over here to the 15-minute chart. Now you can kind of see it a little bit better, right? We're hovering right now. We're hovering. I think it's possible that you can see we can come down below it for a little bit. We can play around with it. I'm hoping that we have something more of a bounce here and go into maybe something of a double top or something more dramatic down the line. However, what concerns me is the combination of us knowing that when we fuck with this, we have a lot of big moves coming along, right? Along with the fact that the MACD on the daily chart is going to turn bearish. So if I were to probably come over here, actually, let's make this a little bit larger. Let's shrink this down. No, shrink. All right. And then let's do this. Where's my rectangle? There we go. July 31st. August 30th. Funny enough, it happens at the end of the month for some reason. 30th? Yeah. I don't know what happens at the end of the month like that. Does this happen at the end of the month too? Let's see. Got a few here. May 30th. That was May 30th too. Yeah, that was the end of the month too. That's interesting. Another one here, the July or June 8th. Anything else really here? I guess we can add one more. March 16th. And let's just do 23rd. Okay, we don't have to go too far. All right. These are the last few times the MACD has turned negative on the daily chart. All right. More recently, they haven't really been that good for us, as you can see. And we're about to go into that same period now. But if you want to also layer in the 20-week moving average there, once you get back over here, what really made things worse was just the 20, right? That one didn't really have too bad of an effect. This one, it was bad, but it wasn't terrible, right? This one, really, really rough. This one, really, really rough. Again, close to that 20-week moving average. Over here, not too bad. This one, So, yeah, I'm a little bit more concerned on the bearish side than on the bullish side right now. Because, again, we are heading right for that right now. And the last time we were up here, take a look at the MACD, right? Last time we had that crossover is right over here, and that wasn't too good for us. This one was also pretty bad, I would say. I know there was some news factors in this type of stuff, like Mt. Gox and, war in the world and stuff. But, yeah, there's some warning signs there. For me right now, I don't think this is going to be the end and all types of crazy bearish stuff. But, yeah, this may be a pretty painful move for some to suffer because, again, who knows how many people FOMO'd up here, right? And now they're going to be forced to sell it once that, there you go. Once we basically break down from there. There's going to be a lot of liquidations there. So I'm forecasting the MACD to turn bearish. And when that happens, I have to therefore forecast that Bitcoin's going down quite hard, right? I'm just hoping that sometime today I'll be proven wrong by some type of larger move. But I'd be much rather open to shorting an asset right now, which is why I did some shorts on Shiba Inu, because SHIB comes down hard if it pumps hard, right? Now let's get back over here. And you can even actually see right now in the 15, we're still getting pushed down a little bit here. We may even get pushed down a little bit more. But that's why I'm talking about, we could bounce around that 20-week moving average. It's basically, do we have that big forceful move that keeps us going? There we are. And hey, really happy to see my man. Portland Retro Gaming Expo was a good time. Oh, I'm glad to hear that. I know, I thought about going to PAX West a few weeks ago, but I just couldn't pull the trigger on it. I was too busy. Let's see. Is this a retracement or a crash? I wouldn't call 3.5% Bitcoin a crash, like going down a crash. I would say like it may look like a crash if you zoom out in a few days. It'll look like Bitcoin came down about $4,000 or $5,000 perhaps, and then people may say that's a crash. But I think that's pretty normal behavior for Bitcoin, to be honest, right? So a little bit different. Elon posting about Doge helped the price the other day. Oh, is that what happened there? I'm glad he's starting to tweet a little bit more about it here. I've been hearing a lot of news about Elon Musk versus Mark Cuban over the last few days, so I've been like, what the fuck is going on between those two? One other thing here, guys. There is a VP debate tomorrow. I do not think they are going to talk about cryptocurrency whatsoever, but because I want you guys to vote for whoever you guys want to vote for, I encourage you guys to watch it. Will I be watching it with you? No, probably not. I'm going to... I don't know what I'm doing tomorrow night, but I maybe I'll be at the cigar lounge or something. I may go tonight. I'm not entirely sure, but I don't know if I actually want to listen to these guys. I'd probably just want to listen to the highlights, and I'll basically cut up the videos using my Opus Clip software, and I'll put it onto a channel or something. I did start a new channel. I'll let you guys know more about it in the coming days. But basically, the new channel is going to be all of my technical analysis tutorials. Since I'm making this channel be more about the financial guru type of stuff and seeing how that kind of works out. So we'll watch that. But I think it allows me to put out a lot more tutorials without caring that YouTube is not going to push it out. Like, I want it to be pushed out, trust me. But like that way, YouTube doesn't get mad if I do my daily content and stuff like that. So it'll be a little bit different here, which will be nice. So you guys still get to see all the tutorials. But it'll be more basic tutorials, which most of you guys probably already know. The ones that like follow me for quite a bit of time. So, but the new channel is not going to have my face in it. Nobody will know that it's mine except for you guys who start off like following it. And then, you know, maybe one day you just get a thumbnail on your page and you click on it and you're like, hey, isn't this Michael's voice? You'll be like, yeah, that's my channel. So yeah, get ready for that here pretty soon as well. Everything else as far as news, the only real news that I saw today, that you guys really should care about, actually they're right next to each other too, is Powell indicates further smaller rate cuts, insisting the Fed is not on any preset course. It sounds like he wants to do 2 more cuts this year, and each being 25 to add up to 50. I think he will end up doing probably more than 50 by the end of the year. If he does it his way, he'll probably do 25. I'm thinking that it'll be 25, and then we'll see more slow data saying even more of a slowdown, and he'll be forced to go 50. Because, I think he feels like he caught up this past month when he did the rate cut. So we'll talk about that a little more in depth when Bitcoin's not going down, obviously. The other thing here is the East Coast port strike. I think this is actually going to be pretty crucial for us because this could lead to some type of short-term inflation, which could make things a little bit tricky for Jerome Powell down the road. I clicked on you, but you're not clicking. Oh, there we go. There, East Coast Port, we already talked about that. So Port's ownership group, USMX, said it made a wager hike of an offer near 50%, which it hoped would lead to a resumption of collective bargaining, but the International Longshoremen's Association rejected the offer and stated that its wage demands were still not being met. Trucking companies and freight rail operators scrambled to move billions in trade that has been arriving at the 14 points where the largest longshoremen's union in North America is planning to strike after midnight Monday, if the contract is not reached with port management. So they're basically going to strike tonight if the contract is not reached. I'm assuming because it's on the East Coast, they're going by East Coast time, and this means that it'll happen in about 4 hours, basically. That is going to just wreck certain parts of the economy, and this may cause more of a slowdown to happen. So we may see a little uptick in inflation, and I don't mean a crazy uptick, I'm just mean a slight uptick in inflation, along with maybe some layoffs and shit. So just keep that in mind. It's going to lead to a little bit of divergence of some of the data if they go on strike. I don't know if they are actually going to go on strike here. It seems like it is, though. So if you guys are more concerned about it or you want to read more about it, CNBC has some good videos. I would say Bloomberg does as well. Bloomberg has better videos. I try to read the Bloomberg articles because they are better, in my opinion, than CNBC articles, but Bloomberg has that big old paywall on it. So I'm just like, you know what, Bloomberg, you can go yourself, right? But again, this is going to be something you guys should be aware of. This is going to cause more chaos. And then the last thing here, as far as news, this isn't so much economic news, but there you go. Israel is conducting raids in southern Lebanon ahead of a larger possible invasion. So yeah, we could be looking at another invasion going on in the Middle East. That again has the chance to escalate shit, which could of course freak people out, cause things to go off like bombs and whatnot. So just again, like we talked about before, keep it in the back of your head. If it rebubbles up into something worse, we'll talk about it. But in my opinion, this is something that's worse than what's been happening so far. And you may see some what would I even call that? There's a heightened chance of a surprise that can cause Bitcoin to go down. Nothing about this Israel, the war stuff going on between the terrorists and whatnot. None of this is going to be helpful to Bitcoin unless they say we're having a ceasefire. Nothing in the Ukraine-Russia war is going to be good for us unless they say it's a ceasefire, right? So just keep that in mind right now. We'll be watching it closely. And as far as Bitcoin's concerned, aggressive traders, you guys are buying the support level and you guys are holding on for dear life. Most traders are probably just in a wait and see mood and just kind of, patiently watching the Bitcoin chart to see if we do manage to hold. And then if we start to have something of a 4-hour chart, MACD crossover, that's when I'd feel more confident to be getting in here. It'll most likely happen sometime in the early morning if it happens, so sometime around 5 o'clock or 9 o'clock in the morning my time. So maybe Eastern time, afternoon. And then we could be hoping for something a little bit more of a rebound. For me, I don't feel like I need to do this trade right now. It's kind of a little bit more of an icky moment because, again, some of the news cycle stuff that we've been hearing. On top of that, what happens if we have a strike? It's just going to have a compounding effect on the economy and, of course, on Bitcoin here. 2 other things. Dollar index is going higher, which is not good for Bitcoin. Just understand that. Here's the daily chart. Still going down, but finding some support here. And then gold also been coming back down the last few days. Hopefully it can continue moving higher because that was great for Bitcoin, as you know. keeping an eye on this, but also this is turning into a bit more of a MACD issue as well. Okay, back over to the 15. I was like, where's my water at? Manufacturing data is out tomorrow. That'll be interesting. I don't expect the manufacturing data to be actually good here. They've been laying off manufacturing, workers for a while now, and they don't. The government's not really talking about that. Manufacturing jobs are being lost right now at pretty rapid pace, which again is why everybody feels the economy is slowing down as far as Wall Street's concerned. Pack your bags up for another month. I hope it's not another month. I'm hoping October will be the month we break out, but it's going to be close here. That weekly chart is giving me a little bit more hope here. I think retail will stay away from crypto. People are tired of this constant confusion. It's not too confusing if you just kind of follow the MACD, but for people that like to FOMO into cryptocurrency, which is a lot of people, they probably just bought 3-4 days ago over the past week when we were kind of reaching that $65,000 threshold. And so all of a sudden, things are going to be a little bit different now for them. Again, that's why you have to scale out. When we did break out above 65,000, there was an actual nice little trade that happened there for a few days where it went up to $66,500, but it really didn't get much beyond that before we started seeing those warning signs, which wasn't too good. So, and hey, Larry, what's the news? Oh yeah, we just talked about it. There we go. Rip Pete Rose. Oh, what happened to Pete Rose? Let's see. Well, I don't know who Pete Rose is actually. Higher chance of volatility? Oh, yeah, probably. I just know it's going to be volatile the next couple of days, especially if we go down. It's not going to be going down just to 62,000, 61,000. No, if we make this plunge below the 20-week moving average over the next few days, we're going to be moving well down below $60,000. It'll just be a pain in the ass to deal with. But I'm hoping. Like right now, we're seeing an opportunity for Bitcoin to have some support here and kind of go back up. Maybe that's what we need right here. Made in China and Mexico. Let's see. I had a nice little move up and popped out. What was made in China and Mexico? Let's see. What do you think about Pepe? Can it reach the top of this meme? Can it reach top meme of this run? Pepe won't be the top meme of this run. It'll be something a little bit different. Only because Pepe already has too high of a market cap. When the altcoin season kicks off, people want to turn a lot of money. They want to turn money into a lot of money. So a little bit of money into a lot of money into a ginormous amount of money. And typically to do that, you have to buy into a low market cap token because that low market cap token can get you into thousands of percents of returns, basically. Now, as far as market cap wise, Dogecoin and Shiba are going to be the best contenders because they already have that. But Dogecoin and Shiba are probably not going to give you the best returns. But they will give you solid returns because everybody knows them. Everybody will buy them. They will get pumped, etc. Really, for me, the MOGs, the turbos, the stuff like under $1 billion right now, that's the stuff I'd be looking at because those are going to give you really good returns. Go over here to memes. All right, there's a lot above $1 billion right now. Floki, Bonk, Brett's almost there. Popcat, I'm watching Popcat closely. Mog, But Mog, Book of Meme, Cat and Dog's New World, Dog, all these are different opportunities here. Turbo is something I still have plenty of, so I'm kind of hoping for Turbo to make a move. Sundog, I do have that long right now. It's not doing well, but I have the long we're open right now. And then I think the other one... Near Ethereum, I have a few bucks worth of that. Mirror, I have some of that. And I need to get some more. I got my Lady token, but it's only at 64 million. Maybe Toshi. Toshi seems like a pretty good name. It's up, but it's at 55% last 7 days. Yeah, so Toshi may be something to buy into right here with a lower market cap. Everything else is just a little bit more risky, but of course, if you guys are willing to take the risk, you can do it. I told you guys. Excuse me. Let me go over here to my Telegram account. Remember, I bought a token. I haven't actually checked it Let's see. Log in. There we go. So I got one position that's down 45%. Oh no, it's plus 0%. I said it may curl back up. It curled, but then it kept on going back down. So we did not have the takeoff that I was hoping for. But you can see where I bought right here. I haven't sold it, and I'm just kind of waiting to see what happens. But basically, yeah, I'm at a loss on this one of about 45%, which means I've lost about. Let's see how much I've lost. $17 in it. I told you guys I'm not investing a lot of money in this stuff because I don't know enough about it really. Right? And then so that one's down $17, and the other one, Rice, is down up $24 right now. I bought some over here. I bought some over here. I bought some over here when it dropped initially. I'm watching it closely to see how much further it goes down. But again, I'm barely profitable with this one. Again, what's my average price here? Maybe I can look on the daily chart, 24-hour chart. Does it say? No. Sometimes it has like an average price indicator there, but I don't know how to find it. But yeah, so I'm up a teeny bit on this one. I'm up 25%. So basically, if I go down 25%, basically my average is kind of right down here. It's been okay. Yeah, I'm a learning boy, so to speak. So we'll keep track of that. Like Ping and Miro, low cap gems. Yeah, I mean, it doesn't take much to really make you a lot of money. That's how come when I walked away with thousands of bucks from Dogecoin, tens of thousands of bucks from Dogecoin, I didn't put a lot of money in there. Dogecoin was like a $300-400 million market cap, and I was like, shit, this is on Robinhood. If this goes big, this goes big. And that's because I used to trade a lot of penny stocks when I was first learning to trade, because they had smaller market caps. They could really pump and go crazy, right? So it's a little bit different. Make sure I'm not missing a message here. Sorry. There you go. Sorry, I got a lot of messages for today for some reason. But yeah, that's kind of what's going on right now. You find a gem, just suck some money into it. I mean, again, okay, so think of it like this. This is how one of my friends at the cigar lounge has been trading crypto. And I told him to put some money aside for meme coins. And you know how JumpX sponsors the channel? So like there's two ways you save money when you use my link. The first way is you get the VIP3, which is like a 15% discount on all of your trades. But then on top of that, you get the 10% cash back, basically the rebate, which I guess is what they call it. Every day you get your money back, right? Well, what you got to do is take that 10%, put it in a little baggie, basically a wallet, spot wallet, and then just buy some random meme tokens when you guys have the time. And that's an easy way to do it. That way you guys aren't necessarily like just tossing too much money into the system, too much money into memes. I'm really bullish on memes. They seem to just really outperform a lot of other stuff. So I think I'm going big on meme coins this year or this cycle, and then I'm also going very big on AI tokens. Those two seem to be the best ones. I'm a little bit more iffy on things like metaverse and gaming, but I have some money and assets in those. Just they have not been performing as well as everything else at this point. Miro, Mellow, and Waffles. I haven't heard of Waffles, but I do have quite a bit of Miro. And hey, CT. I think it's an okay time to start, but personally, I'm much more like, hey, wait for that weekly MACD just to kind of be like, there. If you did want to start, I would just start off with small quantities of money, because 9x leverage is still going to be very, very high, right? Typically, you might use something more like a 3 or 5%. I'm going a little bit larger, of course, because I'm streaming with you guys. Some of these, like Sundog, it's a 10x leverage, but I've invested about $139. Ethereum, it's a 10x leverage. I've invested $200. RLC, it's a 5x leverage, but I've invested $1,000 into this one because I want to see what happens with it. Sundog, again, $139. Matic is $350 invested, and then Ape token is only $50 invested. But I've also scaled out of this one, so you can see it's like 7%, but only $3 profit. I already scaled out of this one because it was making me too much money, so that was kind of nice. But yeah, so I'd say baby steps right now because I still think that a lot of these altcoins can fall down a little bit more. Bitcoin can definitely do a one last shakeout before we start to boom in October. And when you think about what happened the last time, before we had a breakout here, we did have a shakeout right before this larger move. We did have a pretty big shakeout before that larger move too. It seems like the market likes to shake off weak hands before we continue going higher. A little bit different back over here, but you can see we did have some big shakeouts over here back in 2021 as well. These ones I wouldn't call too much of shakeouts, but we did have a few. And then, of course, Bitcoin continued to go higher and higher and higher. We're not necessarily in that, gung-ho type of mood, but we could be somewhere in here if you think about it, So we don't have the one that goes back further, but yeah. There you go. Bitcoin, if it wants to stay afloat here, it'll need something of a really robust move coming up later on today. And I mean a robust move that looks maybe a little bit inorganic, but we want to see those green candles just start shooting out of nowhere. And that's really where you get more excited about, hey, Bitcoin's holding on now, we can go higher. That type of stuff. Because that daily MACD, that turns bearish. History over the last few months would suggest we're going to come down quite hard. And hey, Steve, you're hungry? I am very hungry as well. I almost want to go back to that restaurant and get some more catfish. It was so good. Waffles on Sol is Da Vinci's cat. And Mello on Ethereum Dogecoin founder is the new cat he just got. Oh, I see what you guys are talking about. Wait, so as a gamble, you'd put $50 into ApeCoin. I bought in at $1,000 worth of it as a put. Wait, I bought $1,000 worth of it as a put? Like, you mean options put? I mean, you can put as much money into these tokens as you want to. That's not the big deal here. For me, I just want to, spread out the money a little bit more. But I mean, maybe you got so much money you could have $1,000 in each token. For I'm talking about for like the cycle of what I'm hoping for. I'm looking at a bunch of meme coins. They've been doing fine so far over the past few weeks, but if they fall down a little bit more, I'm definitely going to dollar cost average a tad bit more into them. Like I used to have this older one. I haven't updated it. I thought I was going to update it, but I just couldn't find the time. Let's go to watch list. And there's coins that haven't popped yet, low market cap watch list, and then buy during the dumps. I wanted to make one of these like last time, but I didn't have the time. And this is what we bought back over in, I don't know when I actually set this up. I think it was back in like February of this year. But low market cap watch list. You can see Nexo's on here, Radium's up here, Golem. Most of these, of course, are still low market caps, but they were a lot lower just a few weeks ago, as you guys might imagine. Baby Dogecoin's up 30%, 140% in the last 30 days. Reef is up 600%. VLX is up 156. Baby Dogecoin 140. Callisto up 100. And then as far as the losers on this account, we have Astrofur down 39%. BlockV went to oblivion or nothing. Energy Web Token down 9%. Alpaca Finance down 6%. Polymath down about 5, 6. So most have been doing well, right? And they've been doing very well as far as like how they've been treated. But again, I haven't updated this, so all this is kind of old stuff, so I can't take credit for any of the type of gains that may show up here. Trustverse is up a lot, it looks like, but let me show you guys this. There you go. Trustverse is up a lot. Social Good, CoinX, on the other side, there's been some devastating losses year to date on this one, which is why I have quite a bit of audience. I think I invested $500 into this, and at this rate, So it's gone from like probably like 19 cents since I bought it down to 13 cents. Definitely not the best return so far. But I'm hoping, again, you can see the MACD kind of turning over in your mind. You can see that momentum shifting, higher lows and stuff. Perhaps it can get back up there. So I'm not selling some of this stuff just yet. But I do need to make a new list. It'll most likely contain some smaller market cap plays like a Miro, but it'd be something like Bitcoin, Ethereum, Solana. Probably Whiff in there as well. Floki. Probably skip Book of Meme for a while. Turbo. Mog. And probably some AI tokens in there. That'd pretty much be it. So I'll make one and share with you guys eventually. You call mine the shit list? Yeah, there you go. It that can be pretty shitty. Yeah. What about Arrow do you want to look at? Just let me know what you want to talk about and I can try to pull it up. So far, guys, Bitcoin's trying to hold right now. It's not doing the craziest jobs, but it is holding up a little bit here. Let's see. Bonk. We're seeing SHIB back up 3%. Thank God I sold my SHIB position today. Or I closed my SHIB short. Let's see. Yeah, no worries, WAJ. Let's see. Let's see what's going on here. And hey, Donatello, what about the DIA chart do you want to check out? Let me see. World tokens up a little bit. You're seeing some rebounds as far as everything else is concerned, right? FTM's up a couple percent. Again, it's not making up for all the losses we experienced yesterday, but still there's some opportunities. I'm actually pretty curious to see about WIF this week, guys, because although Bitcoin had a bad day today, WIF is actually holding up above that 20-week moving average. 200 weekly moving average, and it's doing a decent job here. There we go. Yeah, I'm waiting to see if this thing actually tries to go higher, probably back up here towards maybe $2.91, maybe close to $3. I'm curious to see if that actually happens here because the momentum has been shifting for this thing for a while, actually. Last big pump was right over there with MACD, bearish. Last time we were in green was back over here, and I guess, and a hindsight it worked, but that would have been like months to hold. I don't know if I'd really want to wait that long. By then, you're kind of wondering, like, is Bitcoin really doing anything at all? There you go. Trying to see if it will crash after the pump today. Yeah, I can help you out there. So DIA, so you're probably looking at shorter time frames. So we can pull it up. I'm assuming you mean the DIA crypto here. Let's see. To me. The MACD flipped over last week too. This has been a pretty good move. Okay, so far it looks good. You are facing a pretty big level of resistance, like the 200 weekly moving average. On top of that, this big order block, which represents another level of resistance. Daily chart, nothing to worry about for the most part. You really just have this level of resistance up here. Yeah, that's it. And it's already been getting rejected from that. Yeah. So if you want to be safe and you want to short into this, you'd basically wait for this thing to cool off a little bit and then wait for it to actually have that breakdown there. You'd attack it right here, or maybe if it bounces back up one more time, it'll still be curling down. From there, you'd probably short back down here to 59 cents all the way to 53. If I'd probably just be a little bit more... I wouldn't be too greedy. I'd probably just aim for a large scale out here on 59.60 cents. And if we are lucky enough to get back down here because of the big pump, maybe down to 53. But for me right now, I mean, I might even do a short right here on, as we're looking at it. Short, wait for it to come down. How is the daily chart looking on this? Not the daily, see me, the hourly chart. Bullish, bullish, bullish. 4 hours still bullish, yeah. Daily still bullish. So you'd basically be trying to short the top here, which is a little bit more difficult, but definitely doable. Let me see. Yeah, not much resistance there. not much resistance there as well. Weekly chart. It is hitting the one level on this weekly chart here. That's a pretty big signal to me to say scale out or start to short. I think it'd be an okay day trade. I don't think I'd swing trade it for more like a day or 2 days. I'd probably only hold it for maybe up to 10 to 20 hours. And then I'd be moving that stop loss down as the price continues to move down here. Just because this is going to be a pretty obvious level of resistance to a lot of people. And they're going to try to short into that. It's just everything is so bullish in the 1 hour and such. But yeah, if you're trying to short the top, I'd probably have, like, let's say you open a position at like 76.30, whatever. But my stop loss would probably be up here around 93 cents. That's a pretty decent stop loss because you're hoping for pretty big returns. So, like, you know, that's about 20%, 22% loss right there. So be careful as far as leverage. And you really want this to come back down here? No? See, 20 to 20, no, you probably just want to, see, that's the hard part of doing on top. Yeah, you'd probably just want to do the 15 up here to like 87, 90 cents then. And then you'd probably just have to ride this back down. Around 60, 62, yeah. That might be the best way to go through it, but let me try one more thing here. But yeah, back down to 63. So 76 to 63, that would still give you a good return here. You might need to wait a little bit just to have the confirmation that it's really going to break down. But it's pretty darn close. It's already going to show you some weakness right now off of that little move. Cool off move here, unless it gets another spike, which I doubt it. Yeah, but not too bad of a play. It'll definitely come down and breathe a little bit, though. I just don't think I'd make it turn it into a really big swing trade type of thing. You realize you have people spa advisors live? I don't know what that means, Steve. People spa advisors live. Let's see. Oh, I see. You're talking about spammers. I see what you're talking about. Hold on a second here. Let me follow this. Let me see. See. There we go. Okay. Hey again, Tony. Hope you're doing well. I'll make sure I'm on that. They're getting a little bit smarter here as far as the spam. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I didn't know what the heck spa meant. I was thinking about spa. Like, you going to the spa? Not spam. not spam. Let's see. I guess Jason right here is another one. Jesus. We haven't had spam in God knows how long on this type of stuff, right? Usually spam is like, you know, thanks for showing me this random new token in while you were talking about it. I'm like, oh, what the fuck you talking about? Yeah. Usually I'm not used to seeing the spam like that. There we go. Okay, no worries. Yeah. My mind totally went to spa. I was like, oh, you guys are trying to relax, you know, do some crypto trading and relaxing at the spa. I'm like, dude, go for it. That's living the life right there. Okay. Right now, Bitcoin's actually looking okay. We're trying to bounce here. Let me get up some of these extra ones. I did want to look at Market Cipher just very fast. Weekly chart for Market Cipher is actually still pretty good. You are starting to see a little bit of weakness here on the weekly chart here. It hasn't really shown up too much just yet, but it's coming. Usually this has been actually a little bit more of a lagging one, so like it happens the week that we have a big drop. So again, we'll have to pay attention and watch that. The weekly chart, some of the daily chart, we had a little bit of a bearish back over here yesterday, basically, September 29th. Yeah, right there. You know, the bad day here, or right here. Sorry, this one right here. So you are seeing a little bit of bearishness Right now, Bitcoin is trying to hold, as you guys can see today. We were down $300, now we're like up $250. Things are working out. You know, they're working out pretty much in our favor here. This back over here though. But again, where I think I'm more confident is what happens on this 4-hour chart here, because that's when I start to day trade. You can see right here, we are about to have a crossover on the bearish side here. So that means on like the bottom half. So that means we may be able to shift momentum. We had a bullish sign right here that did not do anything for us whatsoever here. But again, 15, we just got a green one right there. 15, we got a green one right here. That was pretty good for us. So we may be looking for another big move here. And if you guys want to see Bitcoin go higher, and I mean like shift around where you guys can go long here, again, for a day trade, not a swing trade. If you want to do the swing trade, you can. It just turn the day trade, scale out of it instead of just, you know, selling everything, right? That's what you guys are waiting for. At least that's what I'm waiting for before I see something a little bit more bullish. I'm not going to be going all crazy, be like, oh my God, I gotta buy into this. This would be a smaller position with a medium leverage and just kind of letting it ride. That's probably you guys are going to have the most fun. But if Bitcoin does manage to break out there, you know, I might be looking at some altcoins instead. And then particularly Shiba Inu has been volatile the last few days. I might go into that one. It looks like FTM has been good. WIF and Bonk have been pretty good as well. So you got some options today. I'd be looking at those types of plays there. A lot of soft spamming. Yeah, that's what's called soft spamming. And hey, Studio Barn, you must be famous. Yeah, right. What do you call it'll definitely be interesting to see how the bots come out here. And again, the more popular crypto is, the more money there is in spamming people. So you will see many more bots. I know I get a lot of bots in my channels. I can't deal with all of them. No influencer person can. It is what it is, but I try to take down as much as possible when I can. It's just that there's so much. There's so much. And you try to block the words that they use. Like you try to block the AWS number thing, you know. It doesn't matter. You can do AWS, and as long as there's something after the AWS, it's not the same word, right? So yeah. It's absolutely terrible, 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 terrible. But, you know, that's just part of the process here. Lots of spam bots. NHL, you're accumulating? Hey, man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it a lot. Is October known for being a good or bad month? Can Bitcoin go below the previous low 48K this month? I mean, that'd be a devastating drop to go down 48K. Let me see if I can find the chart for you. This is posted by Sabine. There we go. Let me go over here for you. There you go. Can I zoom in a little bit more? Zoom? Nope, it doesn't let me zoom in like that. All right. So basically, we're going to go into October. In 2023, October gave us 28%, 5%, 39%, 27%, 10%, lost 3%, 47, 14, 33, 12, 60, right? So we get an average of about 23% back every month. Every October, we usually make an average of 23%. Median is plus 27.7%. But on average, it's plus about 23%. So if we start off October, wherever we started off, because it's technically not October yet, right? And we go up 23%, which kind of makes sense, like a dip and a rip type of thing, you know? We'll be up towards 78,000 bucks, all-time highs. We'll be rocking. And then it looks like November will actually be the month where everything fucking goes crazy. If we follow history here, if we follow history. There's a reason I'm still dollar cost averaging. I expect a larger move to come soon. What I'm talking about, again, is not the month as a whole. I'm talking about how we're looking at some weakness here on the daily chart. And typically, I don't fuck around with that. I'm just going to wait for things to look better, and then I'll be happy. Like, if Bitcoin comes down here and we wick down to like 59,000 bucks, right? It'll only be like October the 5th by that time. It won't, you know, we'll still have a lot of months to go. Then we'll have an opportunity to break out and do all the crazy stuff. I'm happy for that, yada, yada, yada. But we still have to rely on economic data and stuff like that for Bitcoin, unfortunately. But for me, dollar cost averaging is helping me out a lot more. I have some longs. I have these longs. We'll be watching them for a while. One of them is currently down 128%. But we have other ones up 150%. So, I mean, they're good. But what do you call? Yeah, average should be pretty good for us right now. But yeah, if you guys just go over to Twitter and just type in Bitcoin monthly returns, you'll usually find people that share this stuff online. I think it's from Into the Cryptoverse, or this is from CoinGlass, it looks like. Let's see. But November, the average is 46%. You know? Now that's heavily moved because of 2013, but still, December is a little bit more of a moderate month at plus 5%. But October is usually pretty good for us. September is usually not good for us, so we had a pretty good move, right? October should be good, historically at least. I mean, if you look at all these things, January is usually good, February is usually good, March is usually good, April. The only month that's not usually good is going to be June and September. Every other month is actually, on average, positive. Where I see a lot more, even though the average is okay, where I've seen a lot more red recently, right, has been the post bull market phase. You can see right here in the summer is usually really bad. We come out over here, we have a pop in October, then we get back to being bad in November and December. So a little bit different here, but yeah, typically we're good. And you can see January, February, March. If we're kind of going on this history here, we should pretty much start to go really bullish for the next 5-6 months. We'll know that bullishness is coming when we break out above 73,000. Basically that Fibonacci level, that's when I go freaking in like Diddy. You know what I mean? There won't be enough baby oil for how much I'm going to go into Bitcoin. It's going to be great. Do I post live when I take these trades? I usually just take them while I'm streaming with you guys. I'm like, I want to buy some of this. I want to buy some of this. I want to buy some of that. But again, these are longer term trades, and I do lose trades every now and again. For heaven's sakes, we had a 200x long trade where it was up 400%, down 300%, then up over 1,000%, and then I just sold it for 50% profit. We do a lot of stuff here. I wouldn't recommend following all of my trades, but I basically just kind of describe when I'm getting more aggressive on my plays, and basically that comes down to momentums and MACDs. So for example, if you want to see how I trade, I have tutorials on my channel that can help you. One example here before I do this quick example here is you go to YouTube, type in Smart Money Concepts, Lux Algo. You'll see my face right here. This is one right here that's pretty easy. This teaches you smart money concepts. And then there's this 33-minute long video that teaches you a lot of stuff as well. And then I think I have more tutorials on my channel here. I don't remember which one it is, but actually I got playlists here. Right, and so I'll have strategies and whatnot for you to use and all that type of good stuff here. So yeah. But I got tutorials on my channel if you ever want to learn how I trade. But to make this easy for you, like I just did a few seconds ago, I'll just use a vertical line, I guess. September 12th, okay. We'll go one back more just so we kind of have the full year working out. Okay, this is every time pretty much over the past, since like February, the end of February, where the MACD has turned bullish. Forget about all the other stuff like RSI and Stochastic, which we also watch. But if you just focus on the MACD, this is every time the MACD went bullish, from bearish to bullish. That worked out pretty well. This one did not work out too well. You didn't really get stopped out again because the stop loss was there, but you might have sold just because you got pissed off you didn't have the breakout, right? You know, so oh, I see how this worked out. Okay. But yeah, so you got that. And then you got over here, this one didn't work too well. Of course, that one worked out. This one worked out. This one worked out. This one worked out. If you kind of just follow that along and get a break at the same time, typically you're pretty happy with the results, right? Breakout, nice move. Or we could buy there, also nice move. Breakout right here, barely, but breakout. You can play that move, or you could look for something of a, you know, smaller breakout right there. Still a good move. There's lots of different ways you could try to trade that. There you go. But once you watch me for, I feel like maybe a few weeks to like maybe a couple months, you really understand my style of trading and how I like to do it. It's just that I happen to be a lot more patient than other traders because I don't like to have those big losses. Because you can get really aggressive and you can get cocky. And I've been cocky and I don't like being cocky. Let's leave the baby oil out of it. Oh, man. Yeah, it's going to be an interesting time. I can't wait to see the Diddy trial, though. If the Diddy trial is like, if the Diddy trial is live, I feel like I want to cover it. And then after the Diddy trial is over every day, we're just going to go straight into Bitcoin talk. Because it's just going to be that crazy of a thing to talk about. Like, it'll be so much fun to watch the Diddy trial. Some people say that because September pumped, October dumped. I mean, again, even if you go back over here, you know, last year, September went up, October went up, right? The year before that, 2022, October was down 3%. We came up 5%. You know, I don't think it matters all too much. Typically, if we have a really good month, it's okay for us to breathe for a little bit, but usually that momentum will continue itself, right? If you see, I mean, look at September, October. Usually, historically, there's not too many months where it's like red, red. You have to go back to 2018 or 2014. Usually it's green, green, or red, green. We usually, okay. You know, at least that's what the averages are saying right here on the charts, right? Luckily, November is going to be a little bit more of a mixed bag, because recently, November has been a little bit more bearish for us. But I'm hoping we can continue that here based off what we had last year. Which do you think is a better indicator, the change of character or the break of structure? For me, change of character, but Lux Algo did something that's kind of weird, and I don't feel like the change of character is exactly where it needs to be. I felt like they tweaked something, and the tweaking of something messed up exactly how I liked to use it, because now the signals are a little bit off here. So, better I just show you this one, the daily chart. All right. So you can see where the colors turn to red and green. Like, we had to change a character here from there. I had to change a character here from here. And maybe you might have said this is where it turned green. It did not have a change of character right there. So I'm very confused about what the algorithm did. You had to change a character back over here from here to here or here to here, especially if you go to the smaller time frames. I'm not entirely sure what the new distance that is needed for the change of character to kind of activate, you know? Like, that's a good change of character from here to here. That works out fine, right? We broke out of that lower high, boom. I'm not entirely sure what it's seeing right now, so it's a little bit different. So I honestly have not been using it as much. I've been using, instead of changing the character, as I talked to you guys about it, you remember, you guys haven't seen these color charts in quite a bit of time. What I've been doing instead was doing MACD, RSI, stochastic, and then just doing the breakouts. You know, and then to kind of find those support zones like order blocks and stuff. It's been better, because I don't know what they did with this, but it's not the same tool. It's just not the same tool. Here's the 4-hour chart here. See how the 4-hour kind of works a lot better? Buy right there, sell right there. I mean, things are pretty good. Buy right here, that's okay. A little mistake right there, that happens. A little mistake right there, that happens. That's fine. Buy right there, you're good. Buy right there, you're good. Buy right there, you're good. A little bit of issues right here, fine. I get it. It's okay. No thing is fine. This one, even I can understand this. We broke out above that level right there. Still looking a little bit okay. Fell down, but okay. We were in a downtrend. You're probably not going to be going too long on that anyway, because the daily chart was bearish during this time. Daily chart was bearish. Daily chart was bearish. You don't have to worry about that. This one worked out. That one didn't work out. This one worked out for a little bit. That one worked out. That one worked out. Fairly, it's working out pretty well, right? the daily chart, something has gone drastically wrong, and I just don't know what. So, again, this is without the MACDs. We're looking at the daily charts. This is just looking at the 4-hour chart. You see how it's actually pretty darn useful. Why has it changed? I don't know. I get alerts all the time saying, "Hey, we've done a new update to the Smart Money Concepts tool. Check it out." But I'm like, I don't know. I honestly don't know what's going on with it. Maybe I'll have to hit up Sean and be like, "Hey, dude, what's up with the daily MACD for Bitcoin? Not daily smart money on Bitcoin, because it's driving me absolutely nuts." But yeah, I just don't know. It freaks me out. I don't like looking at it because I know it's wrong. I showed you guys how I set everything up, but I've also walked you through what Smart Money Concepts is. It's just the process of trying to break those lower highs and break those higher lows, depending on which direction you're looking at. We're going this way. We have those peaks. We're just trying to come back up and break above that previous peak and have a move, right? If you can see that on the daily chart, you should be able to see that on the daily chart. I'm not looking at it, it's looking at this peak way over here. Like, no, that's not what you're looking for right there on a daily chart. It has to be a little bit more nuanced because, again, it's something that's as volatile as Bitcoin. But again, if you go over here let's go to my YouTube breakouts page, and let's look at to my ExxonMobil, which, has been coming back. I maybe have made a mistake selling off. I'm about like 40% out of ExxonMobil right now. I'm all out of all of my other oil plays besides ExxonMobil. ExxonMobil and Chevron and ConocoPhillips, I should say that. But yeah, so again, let's put this on here. This is fine. This is fine. Good. Again, it could have happened right here, but I don't think it closed, so that's fine right there. Technically, for me, it would have started right here because, again, we broke that peak right there. I think it's just not being as picky as me. This one's fine. That one worked out for a few weeks. That one worked out for a little bit. That one worked out for a little bit. This is more of a monthly chart. And of course, there's oil stuff to be focusing on, like oil prices on the monthly chart, but still worked out fine. Did okay. It's not going to be perfect. It doesn't have to be perfect, but it's working out fine. Right. Daily on this one, a little bit better. Right. I just wonder if they're looking to not fuck with Bitcoin as much. And then, that's fine. That's fine. That's fine. It's okay. It broke down, so that's understandable. Came back up, came down, worked out right there, worked out right here, kind of. But, generally it's doing okay. I mean, again, this is with nothing. This is Smart Money Concepts. This is no MACDs, no monthly charts, no moving averages, no nothing. We're not even talking about any of the other technical class. We're just looking at red and green, that little signal that it gives you. It works pretty well on here. You go over here to Google. Working out okay. Worked out okay for the first few days. Earnings kind of fucked this one up, so I kind of understand why it fucked up, but also a little bit of an issue. This one didn't work out too well, but again, it didn't really break out till there, so you can understand it. This one, fine. This one, fine. This one, fine. The green here, a little bit interesting, but again, that was earnings, so that's okay. Worked out there. Didn't really work out here, but you can see where it thought it broke out above it. Again, there's the ebbs and flows of the markets. Earnings over here, messed it up a little bit more. Understandable. But you can see that usually it's doing an okay job. This is back in January 2022. Earnings, again, earnings can mess some stuff up. But you get the point here. It's just that Bitcoin, I don't know if Bitcoin's been just too volatile for it. Intel, sell before the earnings, buy right there, still worked out, buy right there, worked out. Again, the weekly chart's probably not telling you good stuff over here, but again, you can see there's been decently some good signals. So Apple, last one we're going to talk about here. Right? Still working out okay. You broke out above there. It's fine. Again, this was earnings right here. Oh, no, that wasn't earnings. So we just kind of gapped down for some reason. Maybe some China news, or no, there was some economic news. Apple's gearing up for a nice move right now. Nice move. Didn't work out. Of course, the weekly chart would have been bearish at that time, but still, who cares? It didn't work out. Worked out for a couple days. Not really much else besides that. Worked out for a few days. Worked out for maybe a week. Worked out for about a week, but then didn't go much higher. Worked out. You just put that on the stock chart, you're pretty much good, you know? But you put that on a Bitcoin chart, you're looking at mass chaos and you're losing a shit ton of money. It's almost like you're doing the opposite of what it says on the daily chart with Bitcoin. Let's go back over here. Yeah, I don't know. It's just a little bit more confusing on this for me. I don't want to deal with it. I don't like to work more. Oh, is there a whale fucking around here? Yeah, there is. Look at that. They're trying to stop this mini rally. They're trying to continue to push it down. That's not a good sign for Bitcoin right now. Watch that a little bit closer. Let's see. And hey, Matt, happy to see you. I'm doing really well. A little bit tired, to be honest, but that's just been my week. I did my birthday events yesterday, so I'm kind of tired from that. I also drank a little bit last night, stayed up a little bit late, so yeah. But it was a good week. I'm happy. I actually will say I need to hydrate myself a little bit more. I've been drinking a lot more water, or I've been trying to drink more water. Oh, getting a call, but he'll have to wait for now. I don't know if it'll be live. What, the debate? Oh, I hope the debate's live. It should be. I just got on with the flow DCA by a deep dip and hold. I can't keep up. I think for now, dollar cost averaging is going to be plenty here. I don't think you have to go gung ho. This year has just been so out of the ordinary that I feel like I don't have to do as many aggressive plays as I did back in 2021. Because again, back in 2021, we were kind of trapped in our houses, like, and the government was like maybe being a tad tyrannical. And so, we really couldn't go out and do as much. So we were all kind of glued to our charts looking for any way to make money possible. We're like, let's trade. And I just traded like crazy. I had to just calm down and play video games for a couple of days and not trade. Because you made enough money. Like, what am I still trading for? You want to make even more money, but like, shit, you're gonna fuck up. You could lose a lot of money that way. But yeah, it's a little bit different right now. Now the ultra rich understand how they can throw $1 billion at crypto and change the given crypto. As the wealthier Americans get more into it, I'm actually pretty excited to see what they can do. They will try to shake us out over time because there have been tried and true methods to shake investors out of assets to try to accumulate more, and then they own more than once the data comes out that it's actually going to be used and stuff like that. You typically see some good stuff. But again, when I'm thinking about the BlackRocks and the Grayscales and all those types of huge mega banks, basically, I'm thinking 5-10 years down the line, and I think you guys are going to be happy buying Bitcoin, Ethereum, and like Solana, like the heavyweights. You guys are going to be happy just loading up on those and just waiting. It'll give you great returns. As far as, everything else, I play them by the cycle by cycle. You buy some stuff up, you see where it goes, and you usually have some good returns on it. I think what I'm going to focus on, especially the next cycle, not this one because this one's not over, I'm going to try to buy into a lot of new meme coins that open up on different networks, right? So Tron, Solana, Ethereum. And I think I'm just going to toss maybe $2,000 into $5,000 market cap meme coins. I mean, they won't be 5,000, maybe $1 million market cap, but I'll probably toss in $5 to $10 each into them. $5 to $10, $5 to $10, $5 to $10. And maybe when I'll have $100 every now and again, if something keeps on going up, I'll keep on dollar averaging into it. But I definitely want to have some fun going into tokens before they really hit into exchanges. And because I'm slowly understanding now, I'm hoping by the next couple of years, whenever we go through another crypto winter, basically, I'll have the knowledge to be a little bit better at it. Because right now, I'm just fucking around. I have no idea what I'm doing. But yeah, I'm just fucking around with it. If I get lucky, I get lucky. But I haven't been lucky so far, I'll tell you that. She was making a nice move. Yeah, we were just talking about that one as far as a good day trade because it has been having a lot more volatility. And yeah, there it goes. Look at that. Yeah, definitely making a good move over the last half an hour or so. You love when you see those types of moves. Book of Meme is making a good return as well. FTM is making a good return. Fetch is doing fine. Popcat, like we talked about, a little bit choppy, of course, to do liquidity, but that's doing it fine as well. Anything else really popping up right now? No. Floki. I mean, Floki's doing fine. I do like Floki. I think I had a long on Floki. Do I have a long on Floki? This one? Or is it on this one? Yeah, I got Floki. Yeah, it's up 65% or about 6% with its next leverage. Whiff is up 181%. Wild is up 159%. We got Hook down 119%. Ethereum is down 38% with a 15x leverage, and Arbitrum is down 15% with a 10x leverage. So, kind of some mixed results. We're up around $106. You guys can kind of see it above my head. Up $106 off these trades. We'll have to see. 3-4 weeks down the road, 3 to 4 weeks down the road, I think we'll have a good understanding of where we're looking at. And maybe just 2 weeks that we'll have to pay attention to it. These ones are all down. I'm down $100 on these ones. But Ape is up 28%. Matic is up 6%. Sundog is down 65%. And Ethereum is down 0.38%. And then RLC is down 4%. Right? So, that's okay. But there's definitely a whale right here that's trying to push Bitcoin down, so I want to keep track of that. Oh, whale, no? Yeah. There you go. Market manipulation is probably the term you're thinking about here. Let me see. Let's see. Oh, there we go. Okay. Let's see. But I think that's good because right now, let's see. Yeah, we're still getting pushed down a little bit. But okay, I'm going to end the stream right now. I got to talk to a friend here. He needs my help with something. But it was chill talking with you guys for about an hour and a half. I'll probably be live again later on tonight. I don't know if I'm going to watch the debate tomorrow between the vice presidential candidates. If I decide to watch them debate, I will stream a little bit earlier than normal, and then I'll just hop on afterwards and just kind of see what they're talking about. Of course, right now, I want you guys to understand Bitcoin is at a pretty big moment. We are on that 20-week moving average. If things do not look good for us over the next couple of days, Bitcoin will be coming down to the mid 50,000s. So far, we're trying to hold. It looks like we are going to try to break out to try to just hold on for at least another day here. But really watch that MACD. Aggressive traders, like I said a few minutes ago, aggressive traders are going to buy right now. If you guys want to have a stop loss, I'd basically just put it around 63,000, 62,800. Somewhere around there is a decent stop loss and just wait to see what happens. Am I doing any trades right now? No. I'm doing swing trades, of course, but I'm not opening anything new. I'm just going to wait and I'm going to see what happens the next 12 hours, basically. And I think once I see if we break out or if we have some momentum on the 4-hour chart, I think that's what will get me to kind of re-buy back in. But I was watching CryptoFace. Well, not his channel, but looking at his Twitter. This guy was losing money, man, which, again, is not a lot to him because he's made so much money. But I think he was down like, $55,000 at one point. And I was like, damn, I made a lot of money. I don't want to lose any of it due to me just like, getting too excited about stuff. And I think he was just busy. I think he just opened up a trade. He had shit to do, which is my nightmare. But yeah, so I'm not going to really be doing any trades at this moment in time. I'm just going to kind of wait to see what happens. If the MACD does turn red by the end of the day and we're still above the 20-week moving average, I would still think we're going to break down below it. I don't think we're going down to 50,000 or anything like that. I would say more mid-50s or even high 50,000s, okay? So see you guys a little bit better. Thank you guys so much for chilling with me for a little bit. And if I'm lucky, I'll be able to stream with you guys a little bit later on tonight. If I'm lucky, around like midnight or 1 o'clock in the morning for like a midnight stream. And then I'll probably go to sleep after that. And, we'll stream again probably around 4 o'clock, 3 o'clock tomorrow. Thanks.